As humanity flourished, their gratitude towards Ra, the creator and sun god, began to fade. Once, they had worshipped him, respecting his magnificence and understanding their rank in the divine order of the cosmos. But with the advancement of generations, human beings liked their conditions. Food was abundant. Life was easy. With the prosperity, they became careless. They mocked Ra, whispering he had grown old and weak. They grew disrespectful about the other gods as well, eventually conspiring against the divine rulers. Ra observed this growing insolence with a heavy heart, but it was Hathor, the nurturing goddess of love, joy, and motherhood, who first took note of these misguided ways of humanity. She was once overjoyed at the chants and celebrations that echoed around the great temple built in her honor in Dendera. Now she noticed them speak ill of the values that she aided in nurturing. Deeply saddened, Hathor approached Ra, her father and the supreme god, to share her worries. Ra, burdened by age and disillusionment, already knew the humans no longer respected his authority. And fearing that their continued rebellion would bring disorder to the cosmos, he went to Nun, the primeval waters of creation, sharing his sorrow and anger. Then he summoned the rest of the gods for council. The gods were unanimous in their agreement. Humanity must be punished and their arrogance curbed. It was Hathor, who loved humanity, yet could not abide their disrespect, who offered herself to carry out Ra's will. She took on the form of Sekhmet, the Lioness, ferocious and untamed. Her transformation was immediate and terrifying. As Sekhmet, her nurturing essence was overshadowed by a relentless thirst for vengeance. With fangs bared and eyes blazing, she descended upon humanity, unleashing divine wrath that no mortal could withstand. The fury of Sekhmet engulfed the land like wildfire, laying waste to everything in her view. The people's cries bounced off the barren desert, which now bore witness to a river running red and villages in flames. No longer the gentle goddess Hathor, Sekhmet revelled in destruction, hunting down the rebellious without mercy. What started off as divine justice spiraled into unyielding havoc. Ra watched in horror. To him, releasing Sekhmet was a plan to balance the world, but now the goddess posed an all-new threat, wiping out humanity entirely. The other gods looked on in alarm. They feared if she was not stopped, there would be no one left to worship them. Her golden fur glistened with blood as she tore through villages, her roars shaking the sky. Mortals fled, but her wrath was relentless. She became the storm, the punishment, the executioner. Ra had to act. But Sekhmet, lost in her bloodlust, ignored his commands. She was no longer a goddess of love, nor a servant of order. She was war incarnate. Desperate to save what remained of his creation, Ra devised a plan. He commanded his priests to brew vast quantities of beer, dyed red with ochre to resemble blood. By his order, the intoxicating mixture was poured across the land where Sekhmet hunted. The lioness goddess, still lost in bloodlust, saw the shimmering pools and believed it to be the spoils of her slaughter. Drawn by the scent, she drank deeply. The beer's power dulled her senses, her fury fading with every sip, her roars quieted, her claws stilled. Overcome, she collapsed into a deep sleep. When she awoke, the destruction had ceased. The air was silent. The rivers no longer ran red. Horrified by what she had done, she wept. Her tears flowed into the Nile, signalling both the end of her rampage and the rebirth of the land. Sekhmet was no more, and Hathor returned to reclaim her role as the goddess of joyous love and festivities. Now a warrior for humanity's continuance, instead of its destruction, she replaced the horror of deafening screams with music and laughter. Hathor's wrath on her followers was forgotten, and the mortals had been spared. But Sekhmet's rage will remain ingrained in their memory for eternity.